it's Rebecca from Reflections from the Saddle, and you guys know me pretty well because I'm always encouraging my students to use reward-based training in their programs and in their training. And I know you guys are like, oh, I use it all the time, Rebecca. But I want to kind of expand your horizons a little bit because a lot of people use it and they think about clicker training or they think only about positive reinforcement. And then that gets a little resistance because you're like, oh, but I don't always have food on me. Or what if I'm in a clinic, I can't use food? Or I don't want to carry food on me all the time and I don't want my horse to start mugging me. And so what I want you to think about is think about it as a little bit more of a philosophical way of training. So the reason that I call Reflections from the Saddle reward-based training and not clicker training or positive reinforcement is because there's so much more involved in reward-based training than just food or just clicker training. So you don't always have to have food with you, and I do use it at times, but you don't always have to use it. So it's more about figuring out what motivates your horse. It's also figuring out how to regard your horse's experience in the moment. And it's sometimes tough at a clinic. I was at a clinic this past week and my horse was kind of acting up and I really didn't have the time or the preparation or really the access to be able to do what I wanted to kind of get my horse in a better frame of mind for his training. And that was my fault. That was my fault for not really kind of being prepared. And I did have food with me, but it takes so much more than that. So I just want to encourage you to keep delving into this world of reward-based training, trying to figure out how to build motivation in your horse and how to find things that are rewarding in their life that aren't food and how you can incorporate that in their training. How can regard their experience and what's happening in their emotional life and in their physical life and in everything that we have to look at when we think about training our horses. So I just wanted to put that out there because I've had quite a few of you kind of pull me aside and say, oh yeah, but the other day I didn't have any food and I couldn't do it. And I want to encourage you to kind of dig a little deeper and find those ways that you can incorporate reward-based training without the clicker and without food rewards. And you can do it. So just follow me and we'll learn together.